This is the world that you know. This is the world as it exists today.
If you want it as bad as I hear you want it, and if this is your year, and if 2017 is gonna be your year, and if this is your moment, and if you're sick and tired, and it's your time.
Working a little bit harder.
Work ethic.
Very hard working.
Go hard.
Work ethic.
Work ethic.
If you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, if you want to do shit, work. That's how you get it. Everybody has time. Stop watching fucking Lost. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I want to do every day for the rest of my life? Do that.
But if we get on the treadmill together, right? There's two things. You're getting off first, or I'm gonna die.
My name is Tassilo, and that is me on the floor. Admittedly, it's not my brightest hour. I've told you my name, but allow me to reintroduce myself.
I get paid to talk. You know that guy who can pick up any girl? I'm him, on crack.
I used to really believe that. Now, I really look like I've had too much crack. Although I'm part of it, this isn't my story, but I'm very fortunate to be here to tell it. I'm not dead, but 2017 almost killed me.
Yeah. You know, technically, I'm not even really supposed to be here right now. So fuck it. Might as well make the most of it.
Let me back up. In 2016, this guy, and myself founded Socially Powerful Media. Today, a fully integrated, attention-first social agency, but when we started, just an influencer marketplace. We invested sweat, blood, and tears, and some of our own money, but we never sought out investors. We quickly won new clients and outgrew the office where it all began. Business was good. We decided to document our story, so we hired him. He had a skateboard but no jacket. We told him to buy a jacket. He bought my exact same jacket. We won a big project and headed to Paris. Shot a product video with her, him, and him. She's unbearably pretty. I mean pretty unbearable. Did a flip in front of the Eiffel Tower. Sat in a bathtub and live streamed to 8 people while she streamed to 6 million. Got asked poignant questions.
Do you remember the last time you took a shit without your phone?
Flew my drone and shot in this $1 million mansion. Witnessed him licking his ass. He wanted to lick mine, so I took him to the Eiffel Tower. He made an entire production crew want to hang themselves. I decided I'd never work with him again and then went for a swim. We flew to Shanghai, got ripped off.
I do much shop.
Had some food and filmed some skaters. Jumped on a plane to Shenzhen to pitch for a project. Flew back to Shanghai and missed our train to Beijing.
I'm gonna be mega pissed if we don't get this train.
Did a backflip on a hotel bed and then jumped on the next train to Beijing for another pitch. Got taken out for food. Jumped on a flight to Toronto where I caught up with some old friends. She wanted to fight. Spent 12 hours in the city, delivered some phones and a custom-made box. Did an interview.
You are socially powerful.
Back to the airport and off to Barcelona for a product launch. Stayed at the W. Hated the W. Now, I had a big complaint call yesterday, but not as much as hearing him complain.
Show me the way, give me the love I need today. Deep in my heart, I hold the words I need to say.
Back to London and straight into a new project with this guy and his grandma and a bunch of zombies. While I headed to Thailand.
I'm heading to Thailand. Really, it's absolutely not the time for me to go on holiday.
This guy jumped straight into another zombie project.
Zombie niche.
Spent 2 weeks in Thailand with her and them. One of the best places I've ever had the privilege to visit. Flew back to London and hired this guy.
Still got all this shit to move.
Shot a video on Kylie Jenner.
It just feels fluffy, it feels fake.
Started feeling ill, took loads of painkillers and went to a casting with this guy.
That's us.
Painkillers stopped working, so I had to stay in bed while this guy managed our next project.
Well, some people are going to work very hard.
And started bonding with the client.
You see, I'm very hard. Thank you.
I was beginning to worry that something was seriously wrong with me. After 6 trips to A&E at multiple hospitals, the ruling out of a tropical virus, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia on May 9th. This guy took over all my projects and felt the need to announce my illness to whoever was watching. While I was starting chemotherapy, this guy and this guy were in Berlin with this guy and this guy for yet another product launch. Back in London, these guys went to a drone race.
Kick off.
I've been meaning for someone to crash.
Action spot right here.
Business was good, but we needed more people. We hired this guy.
Nothing I've learned at uni has been applied to Socially Powerful.
And Christina.
Although most people call me Chrissy, I think so.
Nicole. Natasha.
If I'm not here in another month, then you know how this went.
Coralie. Emily.
About Harvey Weinstein.
And Evelina. We didn't get rid of this guy, he got rid of himself.
We have left the building.
This guy made some new friends.
It seems like they're having a very deep conversation. Hi, I'm Majid.
You have your own KOL?
Yes, yeah, we have like... Good.
And then took the new team golfing.
We're going to play golf.
I started hearing voices in my head. And was beginning to wonder if after 30 years, this was it. While the guys went to Comic-Con and this guy thought Socially Powerful was great.
Socially Powerful is great.
While I was throwing up, the lads went for lunch. We hired Paddington Bear.
My name's Isaac Wilkinson.
He loves Brie.
Really? So if he used Brie? We hired her. She made her presence known.
This little one took forever to actually learn my name because it's Paula, not Paula.
Ooh. The projects kept coming. This guy went to football freestyle. He had some chicken wings and then went to Gamescom. I started to become increasingly visually displeasing and began losing my hair. Committed to the cause of sharing our journey, we released a video about my cancer journey.
Stuck his finger up my ass.
Truth be told, I found it difficult putting myself out there.
You know, I'll take a finger up the ass any day of the week.
This guy came to visit me and I got to meet Paddington.
The man behind the camera.
How are you doing?
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Finally.
Nice to meet you. Aren't you the specimen?
Emily headed out to the streets to interview the public on Harvey Weinstein.
Just about sex short, no.
Branavan explored what it means to be a modern gentleman.
We met the modern gentleman.
Coralie explored the secrets to influencer marketing.
Give us a little bit of an insight to what it means to be an influencer as well.
Paula fell in love with this guy. While talking was her strong point,
I can't criticize that because I don't know them as people to even know how to make a point across.
making sense wasn't. She resorted to more primal forms of communication. Christina did Tough Mudder.
I'm finally not covered in mud, but I'm now just gonna go off and sleep.
While Natasha worked her tits off.
If you are feeling sad, please call someone.
Paddington packed a brie sandwich and flew to Toronto for 48 hours. While I couldn't stop puking, these guys went to Paris for a pitch.
I think it was good. I think it was good.
This beautiful man went to Munich for a product launch. Cyril decided it was time for him to follow his heart and resigned. But left us with a few words of wisdom.
Microsoft says apparently we've got 8 seconds attention span, which is more or less in line with a goldfish.
Back from Toronto, Paddington and James jumped straight into the next project.
We'll document it, we'll share the journey, and let's see what we got up to. It's going to be awesome. Spin for the rally.
Join me for the next few days in the lead up to the Welsh Rally with Highlander.
My heart, I hold the word I need to say.
This guy believed he was smooth.
I'm not thinking, but I'm like direct, slow. It's crisp.
James went solo and smashed this action-packed project. Back in London, for only a couple of hours, Paddington and Aladdin headed to New York for a project with the legend that is Scotty Cranmer.
But I'm going to attempt to go over the ramp the first time since my accident.
They flew to LA.
Yes, to LA.
In a plane, not on this guy's carpet. While I started to believe in a full recovery, they shot a campaign with her and him. They went to the gym, explored LA's finest culinary destinations, shot another campaign with him and her, and then headed back to the UK. In the UK, it was time for SP's Christmas party.
Sticky toffee pudding wasn't sticky enough.
God, she wants to lose her job, she does.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. 2017 has taught me my limits. Looking back, I definitely recognize my mistakes.
Yeah, some people learn from mistakes and don't repeat them. Others try to block the memories and just delete them. But I keep them as a reminder they not killing me. And I thank God for teaching me humility.
We don't get to choose our setbacks, but we can choose how we overcome them and what lessons they hold. This year has been incredibly challenging and yet equally rewarding. Personally, coming so close to death, experiencing long moments of uncertainty has taught me patience and perspective. Despite its challenges, it's been a great year, and so I want to end this with a few words of gratitude. The nurses and doctors at Guy's Hospital London for saving my life. James and Majid for working their ass off with one man down and always being there. For me, but more importantly, for the business. The team, a majority of whom I haven't met, you've been legendary. My brother for showing up and doing anything and everything to help. All of you who sent me your love and positivity. Micah for stealing my pizza from the delivery man.
I really like the pizza.
Nick Richards for finally leaving.
Let us go.
And last but not least, my woman for being by my side while I puked myself through 7 months of hell. On that note, let's say goodbye to a special year and look forward to the next and all that it may bring. Stay powerful, my friends. Don't get cancer. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Look at